I want to remind everyone that we are live captioning our meetings, so please look in the chat window of our WebEx meeting where you will find the link for that. Please click on that link to open a web page with the live captioning. At this time, it's 4:31 p.m. I call to order the agenda review meeting of the Maricopa County Community College District Governing Board of October 11, 2022. Today, we will review the agenda for the October 25, 2022 board meeting. Though not mandatory, we'll call roll of board members. Start with our student advisory member, student trustee, Mr. Burnett. Are you present? I understand Ms. Bittersmith is not able to join us this evening. Mrs. McGrath? I know you're out there.
Present.
Thank you. Dr. Narini?
Present.
Thank you. Ms. Smith? Dr. Thor?
Present.
Thank you. Ms. Nguyen? 4 members of the board are in attendance this evening with my presence, and Ms. Bittersmith is absent with notice, and we'll wait to see if the others can join us as the evening goes on. In reviewing the agenda as we move into the next meeting on the 25th, we will start that meeting day with a discussion with a tuition overview for fiscal year 23-24. That will be at 5 p.m. If there's any change to that work session, we'll certainly let everyone know. Then we will proceed through the normal agenda protocol, move into citizens interim, and then we will move to the consent agenda for the evening. The first item for approval will be item 2, approval of acceptance of new grant award from the National Science Foundation to Chandler Gilbert Community College for a 6-year program from January 1, 23 to 12/31/28 in the amount of $1,499,629. Are there any comments or questions on item 2? Item 3, approval of acceptance of a new grant award from the U.S. Department of Education to Chandler Gilbert Community College for year 1 of a Title V grant from October 1, 2022 to September 30, 23 in the amount of $599,637. Any comments or questions?
President Sullivan?
Yes.
First, I want to congratulate Chandler Gilbert. This is approximately $2 million being awarded to them at the same board meeting, and all of those grants also appear to be multi-year, so that's wonderful. I did have 2 questions about this one. One, I'm curious as to what are esports opportunities for students. And then secondly, I don't believe that Chandler Gilbert currently has on-site childcare. So I'm interested in knowing if this childcare is going to be available only to students who are participating in this grant program, or whether it will be open to other Chandler Gilbert students as well.
Thank you for your questions. Dr. Gonzalez?
Yes, Dr. Dar, we appreciate your questions, and they're really good ones. And so I'm going to ask Dr. Peterson to step on and provide a response for you. Dr. Peterson, are you with us?
Chancellor, this is Kate Smith, and Dr. Peterson was working on still getting in. There was some technical issues, so if he's not answering, he might still be working on getting in.
Okay.
Dr. Gonzalez, what we can do is once he's available to us, Dr. Thor, is it acceptable that we move on and then come back to your questions?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you,
So,
Ms. Sullivan.
Yeah, sure. As soon as we notice that Dr. Peterson is on, we'll return to your questions regarding the grants on item 2 and 3, particularly item 3. So moving on to item 4, approval of acceptance of a new grant from the U.S. Department of Education to Rio Salado College for year 1 of a Title V grant from October 1, 22 to September 30, 23 in the amount of $570,000 to, let me try that again, $570,274. Any comments or questions? Moving on to item 5, approval of renewal of current intergovernmental agreement with the Arizona Department of Public Safety to provide off-duty police assistance at State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona during special events through June 30, 2027. Are there any comments or questions on item 5? Moving on, item 6, approval of renewal of current intergovernmental agreement with Arizona State University to provide off-duty police assistance at its campuses during special events through July 31, 2025. Are there any comments or questions? Item 7, approval of change order number 2 to SD Crane Builders, Inc. in the amount of $1,224,554.23 for the library building at Scottsdale Community College. Is there any comment or questions on item 7? Item 8, approval of a 5-year contract award to Qualtrics for their experience management platform for district-wide student and employee experience research. Are there any comments or questions? Item 9, approval of curriculum deletions and modifications. For courses, we have 118 deletions and modifications. On 2 in occupational programs, there are 6 modifications and 6 deletions. Are there any comments or questions? Being that, do we have Dr. Peterson back with us or with us?
Well, Mrs. Sullivan, I've texted him to let me know whenever he is able to get back on, and I haven't heard anything just yet. So we appreciate your continued patience, and we'll try to get him on as quickly as possible.
Sure, thank you. And in the event that he's unable to join us for those questions, I think if we could have those framed in writing with answers to us, Dr. Thor, would that meet a need as well?
Yes, it's more just satisfying my curiosity, particularly around esports, and I'm delighted to see the inclusion of childcare in this grant. I'm again just interested in who will be served.
Perfect. Okay, we'll make sure that all of us get the answer to your inquiry, even if it is just to satisfy your curiosity, but that'll be good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Through the agenda, we have a placeholder for a repayment agreement under our non-consent action item, and that would be with the City of Phoenix regarding South Mountain Community College 59th Avenue property. That will be presented by Mr. Martin. If there's any information we need prior to our board meeting, Dr. Gonzalez, will you ensure that we receive information in that regard?
Yes, we will. We will definitely do that, Mrs. Sullivan. And as a little context in reference to this request, we had an e-session where this discussion was held a few months back.
Yes. Board members, do you have any particular comments or questions prior to us receiving more information if this appears as a non-consent action item? Doesn't sound like it. I will also note for the record that Ms. Smith has joined us. She's with us this evening. Also on a non-consent action item for approval at the next full board meeting, October 25, will be approval of the 2023 state legislative agenda and the 2023 federal policy and budgetary agenda. Board members, are there any comments or questions on this item? Okay, being none, there will be a read of the employment and separations, August 2022 through September 16, 22 information, and we will also have placeholder. We also will have our monitoring reports, budget analysis report fund 1, Are there any comments or questions on either of those items, our first read and our monitoring reports? Being none, I understand Dr. Peterson has now joined us. Dr. Gonzalez?
Oh, good. Dr. Peterson, are you there?
I got a text that
Yes.
said he was.
Yes, I am. Thank
Oh,
you. I'm so
welcome.
sorry.
Dr. Thorpe, would you like to repeat your question to him, please?
First, Dr. Peterson, I wanted to congratulate Chandler Gilbert on both of these impressive grant awards, totaling, about $2 million. So I know that'll make a big difference in your ability to serve students. I did have two questions on the grant from the U.S. Department of Education. And the first is, I'm interested to know what esports opportunities for students is. And then secondly, I don't believe that you have a child care program on site now. So I'm interested to know whether this new program will be available only to participants in the grant, or whether, if a room allows, it will be open to other Chandler Gilbert students as well.
So President Sullivan, Dr. Thorpe, thank you so much. We're so excited that we were able to get this Title V award. The esports is building on the work we've been doing and really bringing students into a club and then into competition. So we've had over 300 students participating in esports, and we found that it's has been a very useful tool in increasing retention and helping build connection for students. And so that's one of the strategies that we identified to expand our ability to connect students into either a more casual club atmosphere where they're participating in gaming, or actually in competing on multiple teams, both within the district as we work with the other colleges, and then also nationally. As sort of the childcare, you're correct, we do not have a childcare facility on campus. And so the idea was identifying the space. We're looking at one of our buildings that is near the Chandler School District early high school, early college high school on our campus, where we would be able to provide drop-in, working with a community partner to be able to provide drop-in childcare. And that would be available to all students based upon the capacity that we have. So we're really excited about that as an opportunity to support students that we have not been able to support in the past. And we know that that's a challenge for many students as they're accessing their classes or other resources on campus.
So a community partner is going to operate the child care center, not Chandler Gilbert employees?
That is the approach that we are taking.
Very good. Excellent. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And Dr. Peterson, if I understand that Title V grant, that's nearly $600,000 for year one over a 4. Is it more than 1 year? Is it a 5-year grant?
It's a 5-year grant, so it's about $3 million over the 5 years.
So you're racking up a total of $4.5 million today with this acceptance.
Yes.
Well done. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Peterson, for joining us, and we appreciate your answering Dr. Thorpe's question. That's pretty impressive. So, and like the child care option, I would support Dr. Thorpe's interest in that area, and thank you for clarifying and bringing us up to date on that activity. And to all the folks that received, will be approved for the grants, their applications at the next meeting. Congratulations to you. As we continue through the outline for the October 25 meeting, you will then hear governing board reports and up-to-date current event conversations. We will talk about the dates for our following meetings. There will be a work session on November 8th, possibly with another with our agenda review. And then we will have our board meeting on November 22nd. I wanted to comment, there's a lot more activity going on between now and those board meetings with the board. We'll be traveling to some key conferences and doing presentations, etc. So it's not a downtime. The meeting on the 25th may be short, but I know the work session on tuition will be very informative and intense. So we have a lot to look forward to as the month unfolds. With that review, are there any comments or questions from the board on the October 25 agenda? Silence, I guess, is golden. So with that, I'm going to adjourn the meeting, but board members, we're going into executive session. There was a memo that mentioned we would do that, exit WebEx and join via Google Meets, but instead we are going to stay on WebEx. So Jordan will be managing everyone else's access and we will remain. So board members don't go away. And as soon as I get the all clear, we'll resume with our executive meeting. So do I have a motion to adjourn to executive session pursuant to 38431?
There, my screen has gone to thanks for using Cisco WebEx.
Okay. Well, board members, you're still here. So is there a motion to adjourn to executive session pursuant to 38-431.03A3 for discussion or consultation for legal advice with the attorney or attorneys of the public body regarding litigation update?
So move.
Thank you, Dr. Thor. Is there a second?
Second, this is Ms. Smith.
Thank you, Ms. Smith. All those in favor, vote by saying aye.
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 Any opposed? Being none, the Board of Community College will now adjourn to executive session. And again, I want to thank everyone for their valuable time. So the public meeting of the Governing Board of October 11 is now adjourned. So board members, again, hang in and we'll wait for the go-ahead. Thank you.